to Hacker's Misadventures in Scale Modeling. Now, I have a treat today. I bought a kit. It's secondhand, but all the parts and everything's there. So what I bought was this big boy. Big box. I have some Revell F4 E's and G's, but I always wanted the reconnaissance version, so that's what I have here. So all the parts are here, the decals, the instruction sheet, everything. So we're going to review this kit for those of you who've never seen a 32nd scale Revell Phantom. So let's get on with it. So as you can see, this is a big old lump of a box. Now I just recently got this one, but I have the E version, the F4E version from Revell. Now the only difference between the two kits is the nose and the underside, which I will show you in a minute. But let's see what we got in the box. And we have a lump of stuff. It's all packaged up in that. Now, we'll have a look at it in a minute. But this is what I wanted to show you. They have the separate nose and underside for the E model, for the reconnaissance model. In the E model, you would have the ones that you could affix barrels to on the bottom. So you got a big old lump of stuff here. So let's see what we got. Now we got a decal sheet here. Put my glasses on. As you can see, it's printed by ScaleMaster, and it's a really comprehensive decal sheet. You can't go wrong with shark mouths on Phantoms. So let's see. You got the history of the RFC. Then you get into the instructions. Now, the instructions look okay, but they haven't upgraded them to the new digital versions. It gives you color call out, but no paints. But you can get that. Now, you start with the cockpit. You put your side panels on, your pedals and your control, then your instrument panels. Then you have to build your cameras that goes inside. You install your glass and your cameras, and then you put your fuselage halves together. Then the cockpit goes up underneath. Then you add your injection seats. The underside, you build your wheel well, and then you put your bottom piece in. Now on the E version, basically the same construction, but you would have the cannon nose coming out underneath. You build your jet intakes, put them inside your fuselage, your wings, Now you got to remember to open some holes up if you want to put a fuel centerline fuel tank on it. Same with the wings if you want to put fuel tanks on it. The nose, then it goes on to the fuselage. Then you put your splinter plates and your intakes. Now, they make seamless intakes for this. That's all in one. So if you want to, you could replace that with them. Your tail assembly, put your wings together, your exhausts. You're not needing the sparrows on this, so you fill in the sparrows. Build your wheel well, your wheel doors, and you put it all together. Your landing gear, you put that in. Or you can put it in the closed position. You got your pylons, and you can either put sidewinders on or mod pods, ECM pods. You got fuel tanks because you want them to load. Now, the only offensive stores that this plane would carry is the sidewinders. Put your nose on. Put all your lumps and bumps that you put on it. You can have your canopy open or closed. Comes with a ladder. I'm pretty sure with the way things are right now, 3D printing that, I assume you can get a 3D printed ladder that would be easier than trying to put this puppy together. But if you're a martyr like me, you put it together. Now you get this Air National Guard Desert Storm. Now, there is, I think it's this one. I recognize the paint scheme. I think this one here was shot down during Desert Storm, but I'm not too sure. I'd have to look it up. Because that's the main reason I bought it, because I want to do it. Gives you the paint scheme. And that's about it for that. So let's look at a few of the parts. Let's cut this open so that I can tape it back up, because getting Ziploc bags this big is damn near impossible. I want to cut it so I can tape it back up again. Can I? Oh yeah, good cutting there. So let's take out, so what do we got here? We got the instrument panel. It's well detailed. If you want to go with that one, get this thing to focus. We'll have to invest in better equipment. This camera is good, but not for what I want it for. There's your side panels. It's one of your side panels. There's your other side panel. I'm trying, everything's stuck in there pretty damn good. There's your wheel well you got to put together, your cameras. There's those things you got to put under the underside of the fuselage to seal in the spiral slots. There's your wheel well. course, there's no interior detail, nor is there any way to open up the nose for the camera. Now, if I remember correctly, Verlinden did do one that an upgrade set for this, that you could expose the cameras and that, and somebody else did too, but I can't remember. But the cameras and that they have are a lot better quality and more detailed than these. Part of your cockpit again. See, this nose and that will, if you happen to get a hold of just this, you could turn one of the other kits into one of these, because the nose comes separate. But there's all your cameras and that. Okay, put that down there. Now you got your wings and your tails. Now a friend of mine says that they have the unslotted tail feathers, which this one has. So if you want to make an early E, this is what you need. But you can buy kits that are early E's. But look at the detail. Look at the fine detail on that, on those wings. Of course, your flaps don't come separate, but I think I saw in res kits they have a separate flap for this model. So here's the underside. Like, these are common parts for both the F4E, F, and G, and this one. They also, if I remember correctly, Revell also did an RF4E. So different parts again. Nice wheel wells, nice detail. You can see the rivet detail in there. So back to this other thing here. These things here go in here, like that. This one here goes in there like that. And that will fill in that, because you don't need it. No sick marks. Looks fairly good. You can see the mold, like how the plastic went into the mold, but it's just surface. It's not any surface detail. Once you paint over it, you won't ever see it again. Your outer wings, which goes on here like that, and they're the non-slotted. They're the extended versions that they got. So I'm going to enjoy building this one. I'll tell you that right now. So we'll just put that there. Put this down here. Now, the meat of the kit, fuselage. Now this is where other Revell versions are the same. They have the same fuselage. That's why get this open. Get this out. Like, this is a massive kit. If I build it, I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it. But you see, it's got the nice detail under there. There's the rudder, but look at the fine panel lines on there and that. No interior detail, no. Now, from what I understand, these here are not quite correct. You could go with them, but they're not quite correct. There is aftermarket that fix that. But look at this. If I can slide it under there. I mean, just putting that together, look at the size. Bigger view. I mean, just look at the size. Like, man, you can put a family of pygmies in there. What else have we got? I'm not going to open this one, but it's basically your exhausts. The exhausts are good, but I would replace them with, well, I'll get them out anyways. I'll get it out anyways. Let's get rid of some of this stuff first. I'm starting to get piled up here. There's a lot of stuff in this kit. It's going to take a lot of doing to fix it, to build it. If anything, I want to build at least one large scale Phantom. I got small scale Phantoms. Put that back in there. Put this one in here so I don't mix up my bags. This later I'll put in a Ziploc bag. Okay, let's see if we can open this bag up without, so I can use it, so I can seal it back up. I did a little more on this end because this screw is going to be hard to get out if I don't. There. So what do we got here is we got fuel tanks and the water. I'm going to remember how to put this back in because you got your intake, which has, of course, well, has injection pin marks right there, right on the inside. You could fill those and sand those out, but as I say, you can get an aftermarket intake that's all in one, that goes right back, that has the air trunk too. There's your cockpit. All the detail is separate. Your jet exhaust. Again, there's better aftermarket ones out there that have better detail. Your splinter and your sides that go on like this. Which one is this one? Bum, 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 bum. I think it goes on. I think it goes on so or something like that. Yeah, it goes on like that, and then that will go on there. But as you can see, you really don't. When you look down, you'll see this part, which if you hang on, I'll show you in a minute. But you got nice detail on the fuel tanks. There's that boarding ladder you got to put together, all the little rungs. Let's get this out of the way so you can actually see it. All the little rungs. Nice wheels. Wheels look okay, but this is in the back. So frankly, if I was to build this, I would go with seamless intakes. You got two different tails. You got your hook, your arrestor hook. Nice sturdy landing gear. Got nice detail for the seats. But I might put an aftermarket seat in there. I'm not too sure. I might build those seats to see what I can do first, and if it doesn't turn out, then I'll go the other route. There's your landing gear doors that are nicely detailed. There's your flaps. There's your one set of flaps. More pylons. There's your rails for your sidewinders. More little details to put on your thing. There's your electronic countermeasures pod. So we'll put all this stuff back in the bag. So we can seal it back up later. That decal sheet's got to go in a Ziploc bag too, see? Yeah, that can go in there, back in there like that. Drop that in there. For $30, I didn't do too bad of a deal. Okay, what have we got left? What have we got left? Not much. I think we did everything there. I didn't see any side. Was there sidewinders on there? I'm sure there's sidewinders. Yeah, look. I'm pretty sure there were sidewinders there. Well, it doesn't really matter because I got a ton of spare parts. I got some Tamiya sidewinders there, I think, and that. So I'm fairly confident I'm good with that. So let's check out the clear parts. We'll have to make sure we seal these back up in a Ziploc bag because this bag's really tight. But look at that. They are super clear. Look at that. Here, let's get the instruction sheet here and use the instruction sheet. Like, look at that. Very little distortion. They're well molded, and thin. Even the glass for the cameras is thin. What I would recommend is get them. I would get a math set for this. But as always, bigger. No rule of thumb is usually even 30-second scale. Canopies are usually clear because they're bigger and they can be molded a tiny bit thinner than you would in 70-second scale. But there we go. A lump of a kit. I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe someday you'll see me build it if I ever get a workshop back. I got plans, but I'm not too sure how my plans are going to work out. Anyways, that's it for now. And as always, every build is an adventure. So go make it awesome, and you have a good day. And goodbye.